Just a couple of simple mobility drills that we can use to kind of maintain the mobility and sort of the strength of our joints and the muscles surrounding our joints or the birthing space, as we move along. Okay, and so this stuff should be done after we do our foam rolling. And again, we just need to do maybe 1 to 2 sets a day. Pretty easy stuff, but again, this stuff is like we call it active isolated stretching. It's moving the joints and muscles actively through the range of motion to maintain strength as well as flexibility. So our first exercise is going to be a glute bridge, right? All I'm going to do here, lie on my back, grab my butt cheeks, extend my hips up, squeeze and hold, and come down, all right? Now, we should feel this in our butt, and what I want you to think about doing as you come up is not overarching your back, meaning not doing this. Think about pressing your back into the ground and kind of just raising from the hips, and then pushing the knees out, all right? What you'll feel is the butt, okay? And that's what we want. I want you to do around 20 of these, okay? So hold the top. The other thing to notice is the weight is in my heels, right? So I'm pressing through my heels, through my midfoot. I'm coming up, squeezing, holding, and coming down, again, for about 20 reps. The next exercise that we're going to look at is a clamshell, all right? So with the clamshell, all I'm going to do is just lie on my side, hold my heels to my butt. This is an exercise for the outside of the hips. It's a muscle called the gluteus medius. What I'm going to do is put the hand on the side of my butt cheek, just so I feel it in the right place, right? If you're getting this like in the inner thighs or really anywhere else, that's not what we want. So put your hand there. I tell people, give yourself some love. And I'm just going to open my hip up, pause for 1 to 2 seconds, and come down. All right, now this is a pretty easy move, but what a lot of people will do is they'll kind of shift their pelvis back this way, and I want you to not do that. All right, so put your hand on your butt, hold it as your torso stays stable. All right, I'm just going to open up, pause for 1 to 2 seconds, and come down. And once again, I'm performing around 20 reps. All right, so those are our first two. Now our next exercise is going to work on anterior hip flexibility. Okay, so the front of the hips. All right, this is called a half kneeling hip extension. All right, if you do yoga, this is also sort of a version of warrior pose. What I'm going to do here is going to get a pad for my knee. I'm going to bring 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back. I'll do it on the other side so you can see it a little bit more clearly here. Now what I'm doing is I'm thinking about tightening the butt cheek of my back leg here. I'm leaning forward until I feel a stretch in the front leg while I'm tightening my butt cheek, pausing for 1 to 2 seconds, and coming back. Right, it's very, very slight, this stretch. Like you shouldn't come way forward because then we start to stretch out the hip capsule. So the minute you start to feel, stretch down here, front of the leg, we stop and come back. And again, I'm looking for around 20 reps in this position. Now our last mobility exercise here is going to focus on the hamstrings as well as the interior thigh or the adductor. All right, this is a strap stretch that I like a lot. So we're going to just take a strap. I'm going to put it around our foot here. All right, what I want you to think about doing, we're going to start just by coming straight up. I'm going to bring my leg up, and what I'm thinking about doing is contracting my quad here and just holding for just 1 second. I'm coming up and down just like this about 10 times. All right, from here, I'm going to take the strap. I'm just going to come out and in. So you can see me a little bit better here. I just pull it out all the way, and I come in. And really doing that, all of that stuff together, just as a circuit, I would just do it once or so. Think of that as your warm-up for your core training or just whatever other exercise that you're going to do is going to maintain the strength and active control of these muscles and make sure we have optimal mobility, so we don't rip or tear things as we're giving birth.